Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you. Thank you for rejoining me on the Arabic Quran YouTube channel. This is Abu Rasheed back with you one more time. And in this particular episode, what I would like to do is explain to you very simply on how to take MP3 audio and convert it to text. So this is specifically geared towards Arabic students and anybody that wants to take Arabic audio and convert it to text. But you know what? It's general enough that you can do this for any language or for any MP3 audio and convert it to text. So no problem there. As far as the system that I'm using, I use a Mac. And if you have a Windows environment, no problem. That the general idea here will apply to you as well. You may have a different app for capturing the MP3 stream, but other than that, everything else should be the same or very similar. Okay, so let's get into it. And if you do have a Mac, you'll just be following pretty much what I'm doing here. But why, you may ask, would you want text for MP3, like for an MP3 audio? And the answer there is that if, let's say you're an Arabic language student and, you're good in grammar, you're very proficient in morphology and reading, et cetera, but your listening skills are very weak, right? And you hear from many experts, linguistics experts, that when you are learning a second language, a third language, whatever, you should listen and listen and listen and not focus so much on this word or that word, but you should start chunking and you should start processing speech at a chunk by chunk level and get the context and, grasp the meaning that way. But, when you're first starting out, and this situation could persist for a while, you're missing chunks of speech. And then as you get better, you may be missing only smaller chunks and maybe words, but you want to grab that and confirm what you learned is what you heard. And you also may want to have the text in front of you so that when you listen the second time and a third time, you have a better idea, right? And as time goes, with the passage of time, you'll get better. That's one group of people that could benefit. The other group of people that could benefit is, let's say you're already proficient in a language such as Arabic, and you just want the text. Like, let's say you're listening to a khutbah or a lecture, you just want the text in front of you for whatever reason. Well, you could use this method to accomplish that, okay? So I have, what I'm sharing here is my desktop. And so I have four elements that I want to point your attention to, right? One is the podcast app. And the podcast app I use is the one that comes with Mac. It's built into Mac OS. It's called Podcasts. And the specific podcast that I subscribe to a bunch, but in this particular realm, I subscribe to the Arabic News NHK World Radio Japan podcast. And go figure, one of the best Arabic news broadcasts around comes from Japan, not the Middle East. And it's good because, well, first of all, you have native Arabic broadcasters. Some are Japanese, actually, doing the broadcast, and their pronunciation is pretty good. But others are native Arabs. Most of them are native Arab speakers, and their broadcasting is pretty good especially if you're learning Arabic. They don't go at blazing speed. So even if you have a podcast app, right, that doesn't have the speed adjustments on there, which are really nifty for language learners. Let's say you don't have that capability. Well, these guys guys and gals go pretty, at a decent speed that you can grasp stuff. Okay, so that's that. And you can see here that, this particular person says, I enjoy listening to this daily news podcast to practice my Arabic. Each episode lasts about 10 minutes, which is perfect. Actually, the broadcasts are about 8 minutes now, which is perfect. They're, doesn't take too much time. And then I'll show you how to get the text of these, which is going to be even better. Okay. All right. So this, again, it's NHK World Radio Japan Arabic News. And the second element here is my app called Audio Hijack. And what Audio Hijack does is that when you play the podcast in the podcast app, you set up Audio Hijack to capture that stream, that MP3 stream, and it creates an MP3 file here, and it throws it in a folder. And then that's the third element I want to talk to you about here is I have Finder, which if you're not a Mac person, this would be your Windows Explorer on your Windows, and you would have this file here. Okay, so those are the three elements: the podcast app, you have the MP3 capture, streaming capture app, and then you have your file management system, right? Okay, now the fourth and final element is this website that I'm going to introduce you to called veed.io. It's an excellent website, and I found it this morning. And I was going through it, researching it. I was researching actually a lot of other websites, and I did not like them for one reason or another. Okay, some of them produce really very subpar text and not good. But this is probably the best one so far I found. So I said, you know what, let's use this one. Okay, and there's nothing to download. There's no software to download. It's all online, and you can actually copy and paste the text when you're done with it or during the listening. Okay, all right, so let's get started. You see this right here, choose MP3 file. So I'm going to click this, and it'll spawn a selection, the ability to select here, and it says here, it says upload file. I'm going to click upload file. Then I'm going to click this file, which I want to upload, and then I'm going to upload, and it'll start uploading, and it doesn't take that long. You can see it's already, you see how fast it's going? It's done now. Wow. It's done pretty fast. And this particular file I have is about 8 minutes long, and it's 5.2 meg. So 5.2 meg of MP3 audio, you saw how fast it did that, right? And when it says what language is being spoken, it's got a ton of languages here that you can choose from. And when it comes to Arabic, it has several Arabic options, okay, which is cool. But we want, the newscast is in classical, proper, modern Arabic, right? So I just picked Saudi Arabia. I didn't see an Arabic classical / modern option. So I just picked Saudi Arabia. I clicked that. And then I hit auto subtitle in Arabic. So this actually starts now the processing of the audio and converting it to speech. So the upload didn't take long, but, and the processing of the speech to text processing also doesn't take that long. It's already a quarter of the way done, but we're not going to wait. I have another tab here where I've already done that. So it's already, I'm not going to wait till the end here. So let me go to the other tab, and this is what the final product is. So let me orient you here towards of the final product here. On the left-hand side, you see all these subtitles. Okay, now you can copy and paste this. So you can, I can do this, and then I can hit copy, and then I can copy it into whatever program I want, right? Okay, so there's that option. Now, some of the other options, they're paid, and you have to subscribe or you have to log in, but the basic functionality, it's there. You don't have to do anything. Now, you can see here the big window where the newscaster starts off. I'm going to scroll it back just a bit, and I'm going to play it here, right? So you can follow along here. Let me
في تساقط الثلوج في الكثير من مناطق اليابان، وقد رصد تساقط قياسي للثلوج في المناطق الواقعة على طول ساحل بحر اليابان، وكذلك على الجانب المطل على المحيط الهادئ حيث يكون الثلج نادرا عادة. وتجاوزت كمية الثلوج المتراكمة في الكثير.
So I'm not gonna keep playing that, but you get the idea, right? This is very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you benefited from it. Please subscribe, like, set notifications on, and forward this on to others who you think may benefit. For now, this is Abu Rasheed signing off. It's been a pleasure. We'll see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you.